Yes, and on the subject of Storm Goretti, Lily is here, as you can see. And yesterday we weren't entirely sure about its direction. Things are getting a little clearer now, I gather.
Absolutely. The exact path, it's still not 100% certain, but it is looking a lot more likely that the storm is headed towards us. And we can see Storm Goretti now. It's out in the Atlantic. It's being driven along by the jet stream and deepening as it does so. That basically means the wind strength is increasing as it heads, giving us the strongest winds there. That's tomorrow evening and into Friday. And at that time, the winds will be coming from a southwesterly direction as the storm starts to clear away. Disruptive winds. So we've got the strong winds here, and it's more of the snow in the UK.
And Lily, when can we expect those strongest winds, and just how bad could it get?
Well, it is going to be very windy, and the strongest winds, where they could be quite disruptive, between advice is to stay at home and stay away from the coast during the peak gusts tomorrow evening and into dawn Friday. Now, if you are thinking, well, why haven't I seen any warnings? That is due to the system where Jersey Met don't actually release their warnings until stormy weather is imminent, but it's looking almost certain we will see a red warning as we go into tomorrow due to those winds really being very strong. We're talking storm force 10.
Yeah, a lot of similarities actually with Storm Ciarán as far as those warnings when they came, wasn't it? And one of the other things about Storm Ciarán was, of course, that the sea got rough as well, and the tides especially, and that's the same this time around.
Yeah, it is looking likely because of the timings. We've got our times of high water here. You can see around 10 so actually you can add another metre onto those tides. That's why it's so important to stay away from the coast. But let's get all the details now. Here's your full forecast. Well, we had mostly dry conditions today, but we have got some wet and very windy conditions in store as Storm Goretti arrives into tomorrow. The rain we'll see throughout the day, but it's not until the evening that we see the very strong winds. Could reach a severe gale force 9 to storm force 10, so potentially quite disruptive winds, and those winds peaking really from tomorrow evening until the early hours of dawn on Friday. Back to the here and now, though, we've got cloudy skies and some rain at first. Still a bit of a fresh breeze tonight, but not as strong as it will become as we head into tomorrow. The rain mostly clearing off after midnight. And as we head into tomorrow, it is going to be a bit of a grey and murky day. Some mist and hill fog possible in the morning, but the wind's not too bad to start. We've more got the rain in the picture tomorrow. There could be some heavier bursts. And as I mentioned, those winds will start to strengthen to a strong force 6 to force 7 by later on in the afternoon. It's not until the evening, though, that they really pick up. Sort of from 6 p.m. is when we could see those top possible storm force winds with maybe gusts of up to 90 miles an hour. The winds will then switch around to a more northwesterly direction by dawn, and after that those winds will ease slightly, so still breezy on Friday, but we should be through the worst of those disruptive winds. Let's get a check on those times of high water between 9:30 and 10:30 in the morning, later on between 10 and 11 p.m. and it's that later high tide time that is crucial because that coincides with the predicted strongest winds. So do be mindful, stay away from the coast because there could be some windy scenes with waves overtopping there. So windy and wet weather to come as Storm Goretti is on its way.